Hi, in this video, we will take a close look at the use of background and layout in anime film Ghost in the Shell. This anime is directed by Japanese director Mamoru Oshii in 1995. The story happens in an advanced technology world. A public security agent, Motoko, who has a human mind and a machine body, tries to arrest a hacker but finds out the truth of her origin from the arresting process. This film is a milestone in the history of anime regarding to the self-identity story theme and the production method. The topic of this video is that how do the background and layout help this anime present a realistic world to audiences? The answers will be revealed in this video. Before we're starting to analyze the scenes, it's necessary to distinguish the difference between background and layout first. Background can be seen as a base, a foreground against the full-color characters who can perform on it. Normally, backgrounds are painted on cells, which are layered on top of one another to create the illusion of perspective. Layout is a totally different thing. Layout is the cinematography in animation that decomposes the position of characters, shot scale of each scene, camera movements, and lighting. In other words, layout determines everything of animated actions, such as size and position, in order to match with background. Now is the time to look at the scene of Motoko jumping out from the rooftop. The layout in this scene is complicated. The contrast of light and darkness is made through using cells to show the sources of light, instead of simply using contrast to create the light and shadow. This will be more persuasive to audiences that this night scene is lighted up by believable lighting sources, instead of a beam of light coming from nowhere. The movements of camera and the diverse camera angles provide a cinematic sense to let audiences feel that they are watching a real film. Here, in the sequence of Motoko ready to jump, it takes 3 different angles to show the geography of the scene, so that audiences can have a comprehensive understanding of the location of Motoko's action. This is also an approach to make the anime more realistic. In this scene, the background creates a sense of depth. One big special trait of anime is the flattened visual feeling that anime normally doesn't stress depth in Ghost of the Shell. For creating a sense of depth, the rule of field of view is applied. The objects closer to the audiences are bigger, those are further, smaller. Here, when the camera is tilted down, we can see the buildings further away are so small compared to those 2 huge closer buildings. Moreover, filter like a lens effect is used to create a sense of depth as well. It makes the far background out of focus throughout the shot. For example, this shot. This is a close-up to Motoko's reloading action. Only the close action is on focus, and the background of this shot is totally blurred. The background with depth helps animators to make a realistic world in terms of visual perspective. The next scene is the invisible water fighting scene. When the truck driver walks out from the alley, we can see there are a lot of commercial signs hung behind him. The director Oshii mentions that a lot of layouts of this anime are based on Hong Kong, where it's congested with countless neon signs and the cacophony of sounds, because it perfectly matches the conception of the network world, where it's glutted with countless information. Oshii uses this big and massive city to visualize the network world. It makes the layout look more interesting on visual, and the real-world city is easier and reasonable for audiences to believe the story settings. The background buildings surrounding the truck driver and Motoko have obviously different designs, old, massive, and new, but they are all well detailed. This is another permanent trait of most of anime. The backgrounds are drawn with lots of complex and tiny details. Except these well-drawn commercial signs, we can see the poles and shelves hung outside of the buildings. Also, the white items, probably clothes, hung in each balcony. It's impressive that the animators have such patience to take care of all these balconies. The lighting of this shot is interesting. The tall buildings close to the sunlight is overexposed, and the closer buildings have a more balanced color. As for the short buildings, they are totally shadowed by those tall ones. The refined layout and background designs have successfully convinced audiences about everything in this anime. The brilliant and novel concepts of this story stimulate audiences to review their life. It is not easy to make such an anime film in 1990s, especially with both realistic visual effects and profound philosophy themes. Hope you can enjoy and learn from this video.